This is 9.3, number 1, and it's asking to check, let me see, complete parts. So the first thing we're asked to find was to set up our hypothesis. And so we're checking these two means, and so it's part D. And then the test statistic, the way you find the test statistic, I've already entered the answers in, but let me go through that. You click on StatCrunch, and we have to wait on StatCrunch for a minute. So what you do is you click on Stat, T-Stats, two paired with summary. And then you look at your data that's given the problem. Your sample mean is 2.37. Your sample standard deviation is, that's your S, that's 0.57. And your mean for the first group, your sample size is 29. Now let's look at the placebo group. Your mean is 2.67. 0.89 is the standard deviation. And the sample size is 32. And then what you want to do is unclick pool variances. We don't want that. And let's do compute. So you see your t-stat is negative 1.58 and your p-value is 0.1195. So your t-stat, they wanted three decimals, so that's to be negative 1.582. And then 3 for your p-value, and that's going to be 0.120 for rounding. And you'll see where I have entered in those answers, or I thought I had, negative 1.58 and 1.20. And then what we do is we fail to reject. What we do is we look at the p-value and you compare it to your level of significance. So you always take your p-value, which is 0.12, and you ask yourself, is 0.12 less or greater than 0.05? Well, 0.12 is greater than 0.05, so that means you fail to reject H sub O. So I chose, let me get out of this. I failed to reject the null hypothesis. There is not sufficient evidence to warrant rejection of the claim. Okay, so now we need to construct a confidence interval, so I've got to go back through that again. So I click on StatCrunch, and let me make this a little bit smaller. So I've got to do it all again. Stat, T-stat, two paired with summary. Enter all this in again. I wish I had not gotten out, but I did. Hold on a second. I'm trying to grab the right screen. So the sample mean, 2.37. I can tab down, 0.57. Sample size is 29. All right, for the other group, placebo, the mean is 2.67. Standard deviation is 0.89. Sample size is 32. And this next question, let me move this over. The next question, oops, I don't want that. I want this. Asked me to construct the confidence interval, and we're at 0.05. So, unclicked pool variances. I want to do a confidence interval, and my confidence interval is, okay, it's going to be 0.95 because my level of significance is 0.05. And let's compute. So my lower limit is negative 6.680, and my upper limit is 0.080. And let's see how many rounds they want, 3 decimals. So this is negative 0.680, and my upper is 0.080. Check my answer. Good work. And I believe that's all I need to do.